Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Got my little helper here. I don't know where Kitty is, but okay, I put some more welds, got more welding wire, put more welds on the floor, so the floor's done. Now I am going to prime it, then seam seal it, and then paint it. But I'll do that later. No big rush. So this episode, we're going to repair all this rust here. You see this quarter panel's all coming apart. We're just going to patch it up with some new metal. Now I got some of this left over here from the floor, pieces like this. I also got another half floor of new metal that I used in the Nova. And if not, I'll cut some off some junk cars. Okay, I was scrapping a Nissan Xterra, and I thought that roof rack looked pretty good, so I took it off. It's not mounted on there, it's just sitting, just to see how it looks. I can build a brace. I can get over here, get away from that plastic. I can build a little deal here. But I don't know. I'm going to leave it on there, see how I like it. Tell me what y'all think about that. I mean, I got some other roof racks off of SUVs and stuff, but they look kind of more decorative than anything. This one looks more heavy duty, although it's really not that heavy duty, but you can really strap some stuff down on there. So let me know what you think about that. When I ordered them floors, I didn't think of it. A bunch of people mentioned El Camino's the same as a wagon. But when I was ordering them floors, it was free shipping because they wanted $29.95 for this, plus like 20 bucks to ship it. But it's free shipping if it's over $200. So when I ordered the floors, I ordered this, 29 bucks. Not that well, I'll make it work. So this is from a two-door Malibu. You can see how it's shorter. I knew it would be. So, but the body line's the same. There and there. And the wheel well. So I can either extend it out, or order an El Camino one, or a wagon one if they got it. Now there's not too many places that have wagon specific parts, so you know, like them floors, I don't think there's any place that sells floors to fit a wagon. That's why I had to make these two-door ones fit. And if they did have ones for a wagon, believe me, they'd be 3 times the price of that. I spent $400 on that. Most places wanted $600 to $1,000 for a full floor pan. Who knows what they'd want for a wagon, but okay. So I wanted to show you underneath here. The gas tank is in here. It's vertical. Which is really strange. I didn't know it, so I'm learning new stuff about the wagon. Also, the 68s didn't have anything. The 69, now these are Nomads. I don't know what, the Concours, Greenbrier, even the Malibu. There was a wagon called the Malibu wagon. Some of them had the third row seats here. From what I remember, the 68 had nothing. Nomad had nothing. 69 Nomad had a storage box in here. So it's like a flap you lift up and there's a box in there for storage. Okay. So I just got under here the other day, so I wanted to show you. And then later on, they put the third row seats stuff. So I would like to see another wagon to see underneath how they did it. But let's get under here and look. Look at all this room under here. Now here's the gas tank. Here's the gas line coming in here, and it goes vertical. I haven't looked yet to see if somebody makes a new one. It looks like it's been patched right here. Probably leaks. I'm gonna have to do something. I mean, I could always put in, I got enough room here, I could always put in just an aftermarket box deal. Aftermarket fuel tank, but it'd be nice to use the factory one and use this space for one. Okay, look at all this space here. See, I'd like to see another wagon. I don't know how far that would come down. Would it come down to the bottom of the frame? Would that hit something? Come to the bottom of the bumper? You don't want to have something too far down and then hit something in the road and it's going to crush the floor. So I don't know exactly how, if I was to build something, how far down I could do it. And of course, I don't know how you'd have to put braces. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Here, this is a big heavy duty piece of steel. That's almost like an extra frame or something. So I'd have to put some braces from here to here and then build some type of box. Because I might as well use this space. I mean, it's not good for anything else. As far as I can tell, it's just surface rust. The frame seems to be okay. I haven't taken a hammer test to it, you know, smack it with a hammer, see if it goes through it. It feels pretty solid. The air shocks, I just aired them up and they went up. I got it on two floor jacks. I jacked up floor jacks, got under here, noticed they had air shocks. Like I said, I don't know if they work or leak or what. I can't hear anything leaking, but I'll probably buy new ones. You know, these is kind of, who knows how old they are. Been sitting since 91. It's just a 10 bolt rear end, probably not posi, but you never know. There's the exhaust there. I'm gonna use my Sawzall and cut the little rubber hangers off. And then you can see it down there. Just gonna drop it down and throw them away. The mufflers don't look too bad though. They might be okay, but I don't even know what they are. Obviously the body mounts here are shot. This is the bottom of the tire well. I'm gonna have to make something to patch that. I am gonna use it for a spare tire, but I don't know what size tire fits in there, 14 inch, 15 inch, or what. But I might as well use that space. So I want to use that space for the tire, use that for the gas tank, and then use this underneath here for some type of box or something. Okay, so that's what it looks like underneath. Of course, I'm gonna be sanding all this down, and not very good though. Just scuff it over with 80 grit, and then pour 15 it all. Be in here like Picasso and paint and everything. I got a whole bunch of coil springs. I'm gonna see if I got any that are a little bit taller. I'll take these ones out. See if I can raise the rear end up a little bit, because this is gonna be hauling a lot of stuff. Of course the air shocks would pick it up, but those springs are probably worn out anyway. Yeah. Oh, it's all stiff now. Yeah, before you could just bounce the bumper there and it would, well, it's on the floor jacks, but okay, so I wanted to show you underneath here. As long as there's no holes in the frame, it looks to be okay. I haven't checked real good over here. It usually would rot up in here. But yeah, this is originally a Dallas car, and then it's ended up in Oklahoma, not too far from Dallas, in 91. So between 68 and 91, I don't know, maybe it spent some time up north for it to get this much rust on it, but at least not too bad with a frame, you know. Well, I don't know, you never know, it could crack in half. A lot of weight on it. Okay, so yeah, and I would just build a door right in here, open it up, and then you'd have all that room. What I'll do is I'll check around all my junk cars and see if I can find something already made. You know, I'm thinking like a spare tire tub thing, probably out of a Jeep, would work, but it'd be round. I'd rather have something square, but I might be able to find something out of a trunk and fabricate it in there. And here's through the top. I'll have to make a patch for that. I looked, not real hard, but I don't think anybody makes a patch for that. And if you would think that if somebody made wagon parts, that'd be the first thing they'd reproduce. That's why I'm thinking nobody reproduces these wagon parts. Okay, so this is pretty crusty. I'm thinking cutting off some metal like that, and I have to take this out of the way, and just put in a bunch of metal like that. And then another piece, an L shape here. But of course this area here, we're gonna have to come down to about here. So it's gonna have to come up that way. I don't have any metal bending tools that can make all that design. So I'll probably just be using pieces like this, weld it together, weld a piece there, weld a piece like that to it, weld another piece down like that. But not all the way. But yeah, like here and here, and then this will bend, so you can, you know, make a piece like that. Have to grind all these little rivets off. But yeah, we'll end up making a bunch of pieces like that, and then if there's not much to weld to, I'm thinking of just riveting that on there. I'm gonna pour 50. If I can't get enough metal to grind and weld to, I'll just pour 15 it, and then maybe put another piece of metal on the other side and rivet it on there like that, and then get another piece of metal for this lip here and weld it to it. That's the only thing I can think of. This isn't too bad. It's got a couple little holes there and there, but I'm not too worried about them. I'll just patch them up. This is what I'm really worried about. This is where the gas tank is, under here. And before we fix this side, we're gonna have to take the gas tank out, because I'll give you a fact. An empty gas tank is more deadly dangerous than a full tank. And believe me, a friend of mine found that out when we were kids. Throw a match down a empty gas tank and boom, it's like a friggin' bomb. He spent the whole 9th grade in the hospital getting skin grafts and shit. So we can't do nothing around this here, even though this gas tank's been empty for 30 years. So was the one he threw a match in. So we'll take that out, and then this has to be sealed up really good so you get no fumes or nothing coming up. So we're gonna have to make a big piece of metal here, probably from this lip down, up, and then up here. There's supposed to be a lip here. So it's completely gone on this side, but we'll concentrate on one side at a time. So we'll get this side here, get some metal cut out and situated, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got some pieces cut out for this area here. This one's going to go down like that. This one here is going to go across like that and weld to this right in there. And then this piece is going to go behind it. If you look in behind here, it's a lot wider. I'm going to either basically like that, and then weld this one and this one together. Kind of sandwich it in and put some tack welds on there. Okay, then I got another piece that'll go all the way to here. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of, I don't think I got enough. I'm not gonna screw it on and clamp it on. I'm just gonna kind of press it on there with my hand, tack everything up. So I'll be back when I got it all tacked up. Okay guys, it's the next day. The segment before last, I lost it. Well, I didn't lose it. I forgot to press record, I guess. And I forgot kind of what all I went over. But I got this Mustang off a junk car. And I cut out this piece here. It's already got a body line. And then I actually cut out this little piece here too. Instead of trying to bend new metal. This is part of the floor I had from the 72 Nova I didn't use. Cut a little section out of that one too. So this is what I got welded in so far. This is a piece from the Mustang here. And then this was this, I think that, yeah, that was this piece here is a black strip from the black floor. Welded that in behind it. So this is like really strong now. You can pull the whole car around with it. Okay, then I put a little strip on the front, another one on the back, another little piece here, and then a little strip right from here to here. So what I got left is a strip go around here, and then probably here too, and then in this curved spot here. Now the rest of it I'm probably going to leave and just pour 15 it. I just ground the hell out of it all, but you know, you can't grind it perfect, it's all rust. So I'll put a little backing piece here. Let's get this all solid. I'm not done welding, I need to weld some more up here, and it's a little warpy, so I'm gonna have to probably put some Dynaglass fiberglass body filler. Straighten that up, straighten that up. Now this had a big Bondo spot here. There's some more Bondo here, and I think I warped it right there. So anyway, it's gonna have some body filler there. I don't know if I'll do that right. The main thing is to get all this channel done and get the window urethane in there. Well, we're gonna have to, yeah, just getting all that done. We're gonna be priming and painting it and all that stuff, and putting in the new clips. I ground out all the rivets that hold the window trim in. I got a couple of bags of new ones, and we'll just put new stuff in there, then urethane it and put the window in. But as far as this top, it's not rusted through, so I'm just gonna pour 15 all that, and probably this area here. So anyway, had some welds and grinding I already done. I gotta do some more grinding here, put another piece. So I'm gonna get going on that, and I'll be back. There's Kitty. Okay guys, I think this is all I'm going to weld on there. I ended up cutting this along there, pushing it in a little bit, re-welding it and grinding it. I didn't like it. I don't think I got that edge very good. Anyway, so we got all metal in here. We got metal here. We got metal here. You got a piece of metal here, and then we put a piece of metal around here, and then from there down. Now, the big problem is all where the lead. I don't know if you can see all these cracks. This is all lead here, here, and here. So you can't weld to lead, and it just melts like solder. So that was a little tough right in there, but I got it a little bit. This was tougher, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some JB weld and push it up all in here and smooth it out. JB weld's supposed to stick to, you know, pot metal, lead, stuff like that. So, you know, if it don't, then we'll do something else. But anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of JB weld there, and I think down in here a little bit. The rest of this, I'm gonna use a brush and put some 415 from there to there, or from there all the way around here and down to here, and that little piece there, and right in here. I was gonna put another piece of metal there, but okay. And then I'm gonna put some primer. I'll probably just use a brush instead of wasting thinner to cleaning a gun, and brush some primer on the bare metal, because pour 15 does not stick to bare metal. So we're gonna do a little pour 15 and then regular primer. Then I'll probably start on the other side, but I'll put some probably just body filler now. Well, maybe some of these little edges here, put a little bit of Dynaglass, and then some body filler, at least along here. Got to get this edge nice, all this edge nice and straight, because that's where the moldings are going to go on there. You can't have big gaps or anything. Okay, so when I come back, that'll all be done. And then, of course, you know, it doesn't matter too much in here. This will be just all packed in. After the pour 15's on there and everything, it'll be packed in there with urethane for the window sealant. So we can get all that urethane all in these, you know, little crevices and stuff, you know, right in here too. It's kind of hard to weld the rust. So we're, you know, before we do the window, we're going to pack all that in with urethane and then put the window on. Okay, so when I come back, we'll have all that done. Okay, guys. I got some pour 15 around mostly the top. Then I'll brush some primer. Some primer around the other parts, bare metal. And then I put some JB weld right around in here, just around this edge here, to seal that up. So what I'm gonna do, I think this whole top area, all this is good, where I didn't have to weld any metal. So from here, I'm gonna lay some body filler here to get this nice and smooth, and same with this area here, and then put it in there and block it out, kind of contour it, and then get the old molding and lay it up there and make sure it's gonna fit or be flush. And then say I don't want to do, I got some Bondo work to do right in here, but I don't really want to do all that, because I want to strip it all down to the bare metal. So I'm not too concerned about that, as long as this area here is good. So I'm gonna lay out some body filler around there. Okay, so let me get that going. Then I'll brush some primer. I just put a little bit in a cup and used my brush, because I had to put that pour 15 on with a brush. So I just used a little primer and went around the welds on the floor there. And I will seam seal it. I got some seam sealer coming from eBay. Bought like a 3-pack deal of it. I forget how much it is, but we'll go over that. I got some other stuff from eBay some urethane and stuff, and we'll seam seal all that up. I didn't really want to do it yet because I want to get up underneath there and put in some little spot welds and stuff, and I don't want the heat burning through the primer and seam sealer, but I'll just redo the spots so it'll mess up because it's supposed to be raining tonight, so I wanted to get all that. Didn't want any water getting in all them welds and rusting it out, so I did that for now. Okay, and I will later on, I'll get some 80 grit and a sander and sand down all the big spots there and prime the whole thing. Okay, so let me get this done, and then we'll have to pull this gas tank out that I showed you earlier before we start messing with this side here. I don't want don't want that thing blowing up. So I'll have to get up under there and see how that thing comes out. We'll talk about that more when I get it out. Okay, so I'll be back. What do you want, kitty? You want something to eat? Okay, guys, I'm going to show you this gas tank. I've been battling with this thing. Okay. Disconnect the sending unit right here. I cut the gas line right there. Okay, then here's the one bolt. This goes over. This strap goes over. I bent it out of the way. Goes up there. And then bolts on there. And then you think you got it, but the thing won't budge. And I couldn't find a video on YouTube or nothing, but I found in a forum, and you got to take out this panel here, right here, that goes behind the wheel well, right there. It goes up in there. Of course, this has been out before, so it had a whole bunch of different size screws, a bunch missing. So anyway, that's out of there. I'll use my light here. You can see there, or can you? That's the gas line. See that bolt right there? Okay, that's the second strap. Now, I'm fixing to try to take that out. And why it was so hard, you know, I used my impact on this bottom one here, and I sprayed it down with a bunch of lube 20 times. It would, you know, loosen, you know, a little bit, couple threads, and I'd have to go forwards and backwards, forwards, backwards. And anyway, it was, if this one's going to be anything like that, it's going to be tough. I don't even know if I can get in there to get, maybe it's, maybe it doesn't, I don't think it has a nut on the back. Maybe it's just a, but anyway, I'm fixing to try that, then see if it drops down. All I see here is two screws holding the lid on, and I can't feel anything in here, any screws holding it in. So hopefully it just falls down in there, or if the neck, it's got to be part of the neck. Anyway, let me try to get that last bolt off. I put a couple of things of body filler on here to smooth it flat. I think I got this the best I can. It's not very wide right here, but I pack it full of urethane, I guess. I don't know, I may look at the other side, see if it's thin like that or it should be built up a little bit. But this one came out okay. There was a bunch of, there's still a bunch of dents in here. I just put a little smear on there Mainly I just want to get this little line here smoothed out, and then we can urethane in the window, or prime it, then urethane in the window. Anyway, it's supposed to rain here pretty soon. But anyway, let me try to get this gas tank and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it out. It fought me. This bolt here, there's not a nut on the end. It's one of those, I don't know what you call it, one of those clips, threaded clips. It was broken. It just kept spinning. There was no way of getting that thing off. There's no way of getting some vice grips in there to hold it or nothing. So I ended up cut it with a sawzall from that end to this end, and I'm gonna have to get that off somehow now, even if I gotta cut the bolt and re-weld that. Anyway, it's the only way to get it off. So this is it. Yeah, there was nothing here on the neck. That just pushes against the quarter panel, and your sending unit's up here. I cut the ground, and then of course it goes all the way down the bottom. So it goes up like that in the quarter panel. That's all lube I was spraying on that bolt, and this is where it's been fixed before, so it's no good. Now I checked, I don't know what that is, JB Weld or something, but I checked online and nobody makes it. First I found a forum from 2016 that says they don't make them. So I started looking and looking, and found one place that sells it for a 70 Chevelle wagon. And I don't know, the other places were like listing 68 to 72 are the same. So this one just said a 70. So I don't know what the difference is. I might have to take a chance and make it fit, but I don't see why it wouldn't fit. Unless a 70's just got a different vent. In fact, this one I don't even think's got a vent at all, being a 68. So unless 70's got a vent. But anyway, I'm going to look a little bit harder and see if I can find one, because that's definitely no good. And then of course the next thing is whether I can get a sending unit for the thing. You know, that thing's going to be a weird looking sending unit being vertical like that. Well, anyway, we got that out of the way. See what it looks like up under here. There's undercoating and stuff. I don't know how good you can see. I can't even see very good. My glasses on. But yeah, we'll have to. And then of course, put this quarter panel patch on. See the inner piece is all. We'll just patch that inner piece and then put the new one on. Well, I may get one for an El Camino, like I said, but anyway, we got that out of the way so it won't blow up. It was empty. Obviously, it's going to be empty, being sitting for 30-something years. So next we'll start whenever the rain stops. It's going to rain tonight and in the morning. It's spitting right now. We'll take this off and fix this. Yeah, this is all loose. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, guys. I got it all finished out here. Put some primer and a little bit of paint. And these was a package of front clips and back clips, but they seem to be the same. I just package them different so they sell you twice as many or whatever. So these go in there like that. You keep them almost to the edge, just a hair off, about like that. Because, you know, this is wide and then this is skinnier over here. This is almost, there's an original hole there. So about like that. You just want to get a bunch of them all the way around the edge there. You can use rivets or screws. I'm going to be using a bunch of these little screws. So I got one little hole here. I'm going to fill that up, but I'm afraid when I start drilling some of them screw holes, maybe it's going to, you know, not connect very good, so I may have to move it over and fill a couple little holes with some Dynaglass. But anyway, we're just going to put them all around there. So I'll be back when I get that done. Okay guys, I put 11 clips in there. You can see how I screwed them all in. Okay, and I filled up, tried to drill there and it went through. So I'll spray them with some primer. Now, these moldings, every Nomad that I've seen on YouTube have painted moldings. These ones are chrome. You can see this piece here, that corner piece. See, it's all bent up there. It's full of hail dents. Somebody said you can take them out easily. I'll have to check. I don't know if you take a little torch to them or what, but you can see the dents in them over there. And plus they're all sanded. Somebody sanded them down. Now inside the car was these two corner pieces, both of them right here. Okay, and they're painted. You can tell they're factory painted. Got the black, there's the red. So I think what happened is somebody liked the chrome better that was on a different wagon, not a Nomad. Because Nomad's the bare bones. So it would make sense that they're painted moldings instead of chrome. So I don't know what the other wagon, the Malibu wagon and the Concourse probably had the chrome, and somebody took this chrome off to put it on this wagon. But it's sanded down so much and dented up and bent up, I'm gonna have to use some pliers to straighten out, especially this corner here. See that corner there? It's all bent to rat shit. So I like the chrome better, but it looks like I'm gonna have to straighten them out and probably paint them. You can see it's all bent. Look at all that's bent right there. So anyway, I don't know how good they're gonna fit. I'll never get new moldings for that. I doubt it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, I was gonna tint the windows before I put them in, and then I thought, well, if I tint them from the back, I don't want the urethane, which goes from here to the glass, I don't want that getting on the tint first. That's not gonna make a very good seal. So we're gonna have to tint the windows afterwards. And not now, probably like way down the road. So for now, I'm gonna get the glass ready, and I'll spray a little black primer that I got in a can, primer paint, right on these two little areas here. And then that's what I was gonna show you. Do I have my... Oh, I did, when I mixed up some primer to prime these channels, I went ahead and primed the floor. And then I mixed up a little flat black, and that's what the little flat black you can see around the welds. So now I have, the sealer just came. Let me come back in just a second. Okay, I had to come turn down the radio. This is the seam sealer. I got a 3-pack. Off eBay. None of this is endorsed. I think it was $37 with shipping and tax and everything, and it has some good reviews on it, said it works great. So anyway, that's what we're going to use. Then I bought a 3-pack of this urethane made by DuPont called Beta Seal. I bought a 3-pack of that. I think it was $27 with shipping and tax. And then these are the cutting discs I use, the real thin ones to cut the metal. I cut the floor and all them pieces with. I got that off of eBay too. Bought a couple little USA #1 license plates. Okay, and then at Lowe's I buy the welding wire. No, actually at Lowe's was out of welding wire. I actually bought this at Harbor Freight. The flux core welding wire and some tips. Okay, so let me get that glass cleaned up a little bit better. I'm going to put a tube of this. It's 85 degrees. This thing's hot. Feels like it's been in the oven. There's the sun shining on it. Let me get this in a tube, and I'm going to spread a good thick bead all the way around. Well, I'm going to make sure the window fits first. I want to make sure where the bead goes, but okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it urethaned in. Urethaned it in and then smushed it all in there with a stick real good, and went on the inside too, and same thing. So she's in there, got a little sticks here to, well, I don't think it's doing much good now. It dried up pretty quick. So that's it. This video's getting long, so I think I'll end this one. Just got the one side, got the gas tank out, got the floor primered, bunch of other little stuff, but it's gonna take me quite a while to do this other side too, so I don't know. May do this on the next episode, or I may just do it off camera and move on to something else. Let me see, we got that quarter to do after that, but the big job is going to be taking out this chrome and windshield, and I'll have to take the dash pad out, but we're going to take out the whole, cut out the whole, well, out of the parts car, we're going to cut out all the metal there, probably down to about here, splice it in up to here. Kind of splice it in. I don't know, there is no rivets on these VIN numbers, so I don't really want to. I'll probably work around that VIN number, do it like halfway or something, or a little, you know, up like that, or I don't know. Main thing is to get the one out of the parts car, so we may do that next episode. Who knows? But anyway, at least we got this side done. It's strong and it's sealed up. It's gonna look like shit. You can see all the sanding marks. Well, I gotta clean up this urethane here tomorrow when it dries. But there's all sanding marks. You know, somebody was sanding it. So it ain't gonna look like, you know, look very good, but what can you do? You can't buy new glass or new moldings, or, and it wasn't planning on being a show car anyway, so it's just going to be a good looking car. Okay, so yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner, it's free, doesn't cost anything. Like, comment, share, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.